All right, back for another beer review, and today is another installment of Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today is actually a collaboration between two Buffalo, New York breweries, Pressure Drop Brewing and the Resurgence Brewing Company, and this is their Brothers Gotta Hug. So this is a New England-style IPA coming in at 6.5% alcohol by volume, 32 IBUs, and at the time of review, this can is approximately a month old. So this beer is interesting for many reasons. Number one, it's a hazy, and I love me some hazies. Number two is the label. The label is nothing crazy. It's just two alien creatures hugging one another, hence the name Brothers Gotta Hug. But there's a little Easter egg here on the label. Up here, Rick and Morty hanging out. I love me some Rick and Morty, so that's pretty cool that they threw them on the label. I don't know how legal that is, but whatever. And the last reason that I'm really looking forward to this beer is actually the name, Brothers Gotta Hug. So I'm a huge Chris Farley fan. If you guys have watched the channel before, I have a Callahan Auto t-shirt along with a Matt Foley from SNL t-shirt that I wear quite often. And yeah, Tommy Boy is one of my favorite movies of all time from not only Farley, but just in general. It's a fantastic movie. I love it. And the Brothers Gotta Hug scene, just, yeah, it's awesome. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug. So I'm hoping they referenced that movie with this name. I would assume so. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. No big deal. Anyway, I'm going to pour this into the glass because I want to get into this one. I've heard some pretty solid things about this beer. Pressure Drop's been doing a lot of collabs recently over like the last 2 or 3 months, and I've reviewed a couple on the channel. But I haven't had many standalone beers from them at the same time. I dig what they do. So yeah, that pours out a huge, juicy, bright, vibrant yellow color, very murky, about a finger and a half of an off-white head. If you hear a train in the background, it's because the train's passing by. But yeah, that looks the role of a New England-style IPA. Now, they didn't mention any ingredients, any hops or anything in this, so just gonna go into this kind of blind. Ooh, really nice. Actually getting strong like peach and guava notes, believe it or not. Don't really pick up on guava too much. Yeah, man, definitely guava. Guava, maybe a little of underlying passion fruit. It has this slight acidic tone to it, more to like the orange and tangerine side of things. That peach and guava, first thing that hit me, definitely prominent, no doubt. It's not all that complex. I could sit here and tell you there's 75 different things going on in here. There really is no like dankness or any kind of like pine characters, really not picking up on the malt base at all. This is pretty much just straight on fruit and juicy qualities to it. And it smells pretty good, so I'm gonna get into it. So cheers, everybody. Very nice. First off, nice mouthfeel, nice body. 6.5%, this is like straight on medium body. There is a soft and slightly creamy sensation to the mouthfeel. I'd imagine they're using a bunch of like flaked oats and flaked wheat in this. The flavor is kind of, I don't want to say the nose carried over to a tea, but it's reminiscent of the actual aroma, the taste. There's that nice peach character, more of like a white peach thing. It's almost like a slightly bittering peach component, like more towards the skin as opposed to the straight on flesh of the peach. There's definitely some guava in here. Slightly acidic tones to the guava side, to the orange and tangerine side as well. It finishes relatively dry, and there is a decent bitterness that's mixing in with that dryness and that slight acidic twinge that is making this infinitely drinkable. Very easy to put back. This is relatively juicy, pretty big on the fruit component, but it has a nice balance to it as well. There isn't a whole lot of complexity to this one. It's not punching me in the face. There's nothing crazy about it, but it's an easy drinking New England-style IPA, kind of what they were going for. Yeah, I'm digging this one. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Not like my favorite New England-style IPA that I drank recently, but certainly one that I have no problem throwing back. So yeah, rating for Brothers Gotta Hug, collaboration between Pressure Drop and Resurgence, straight 4 out of 5. If you see this in the Western New York area, by the time I post this, this is gonna be out for about 4.5 weeks, maybe 5 weeks. If you do see a can of this, grab it. It's pretty tasty. I don't want to say I paid like $3.50 for this can, which is pretty much the going rate nowadays for New England-style IPAs locally. A lot of times you'll pay $4 to $5 if you're getting them distributed out of the area, or there's something crazy, maybe a double IPA going on. But I think it's drinking quite well right now, and I'm enjoying it. So appreciate you guys stopping by for another Western New York Wednesday. Be on the lookout next Wednesday for another installment. Until then, cheers.